just creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you.
Also, I did do the intro.
This is a terrible line of questioning,
I'm
and it will
going to
only
do
lead
what
to
I
more
did. I
awareness
didn't go far enough to
of
spoil
the
it.
meat thief.
I'll do what I did before. No, I wanted to know something.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want it.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
So that's actually a skill check that pops up during the game. You're gonna see a lot of those, but this is the first. Tell me, what's waiting for me?
There's this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
It's interesting how they're approaching the entry. How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
How small are they?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking out I keep hearing about? What's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean, Trout?
You lost.
The sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Caprice Commando motor carriage.
There's a thing I'm going to turn on, because I'm going to stream this. There's a streaming mode to activate, so don't mind me pausing this. I'll make sure that that's enabled. There we go. Okay. Okay, it's enabled. Alright, now let's do this. Commodore Red. Pretty sure that that's a strong beer or something. Huh. Out the table. Rolling empty. What's this? Oh. Left shift.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend, and wants to
I
reattach itself
did
to your
actually
neck
try and grab it the last
so
time
that you
I
may
got
continue
it,
your
so
adventures
I hope
together
this works again.
in this strange world. You reach out to grab the tie,
Ah, shit.
but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
Oh, what? Damaged my...
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure.
What the
It's
hell?
spreading to your left arm, your jaw. Very, very bad. This is the end bad.
No.
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear.
Okay, this is completely different from my last. Oh my god, what?
Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM
Well,
passed away yesterday.
guys.
His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Oh shit. Well, that tells you a little bit about the story, I guess. Well, okay. Let's try this again. Yeah. Okay. This is the build I had. We're going to try this again. And I used empathy for the signature skill. I've been told that that helps with interactions later on. So, yeah, let's try this again. Hopefully we don't have a heart attack. I'm not going to change what I did here. So, just bear with me here.
Never an inordinate amount.
An awareness creeps up
I'm
on
just
you.
going to blast
Extra.
past this because you just saw this.
Do you really?
You wouldn't.
Fear and apprehension.
There's this giant. You can't even make infinitesimal. Vying for resources. Yeah.
The sound outside.
Okay. Let's hopefully not die again. I'm getting that necktie, damn it.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Okay, so maybe not completely what I did before. I want you guys to see this just in case I die again.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Okay, now I do know there's something about the mirror. That's the one thing I did. So I want to try this again. Let's do a quick save. Actually, let's just do a hardcore save. And that way, if we die, we come right back to the fan.
This fan has or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though
Now
this
it's
creature
low.
is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Fuck it, we're gonna try again.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's
Here we go again.
you feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. Yeah, screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it worse. There's no shame in surrendering now. We all do.
Fuck. Alright, let's keep trying. We'll soldier on. We'll make this check, damn it. I made it the first time.
Cop suffers final heart attack.
Oh, Jesus. I hope I
A
didn't just
detective
glitch the
lieutenant
game.
of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to
Okay,
those.
it glitched a little. Hold on. It's because I did it, I think, during an event type thing.
This fan has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend
You know
and
what? I'm
wants to
going to
reattach itself to your neck so
maybe
that you may
try and
continue
be
your
smarter
adventures
here.
together in this strange world.
Let's pull the fin so it
The
stops.
blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
And let's turn on the light.
Terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a
Nope,
hole in your
we're
brain.
gonna leave it on.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural
Are you
pressure.
serious right now?
It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
Good lord. Okay, game. You clearly hate me. The first time I played this, I did a pre-build. One of the pre-built ones. And did not once run into the heart attack problem. But it might be because of the point differential.
This fan, has it been consigned there? The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be
Okay,
easier to reach
let's
the tie
grab
now.
the tie now.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this?
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm getting this tie. You guys might see this a couple times, but I'm getting that tie. Like, I'm sorry, 73% and I failed? No, we're getting the tie.
This fan, or has it been the blades come squeaking to a halt. You swoop up and catch the tie.
Thank
Snap.
you.
It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. If it's your friend, why was it up there? Who ties their friend to a ceiling fan? Maybe this thing is dangerous somehow.
How would it be
An
dangerous?
ominous, foreboding feeling fills you as you look at the tie.
That's interesting. Is the tie connected to the murder? Okay. We're gonna save again. I'm trying to replicate what I did the first time, guys. So, I'm trying to give you a little bit of a similarity to what I did, so I'm not
The fan
walking
stands
in
still.
with a different start.
Terrible
I
mistake.
did actually leave this on.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure.
Nope,
It's
I'm gonna
spreading
have
to
to
your left
just
arm.
leave
your
it, I
jaw.
guess. Alright, so when I turn the light on, if you're able to endure it, which apparently my character can't endure anything because my physique is terrible, it basically helps you see out the window that I was going to look at next. But for now, I guess we're just going to look out the window. It will affect my skill, but I want to at
The
least see what
fan
it says when I
stands
just
still.
turn it right off
A
again.
terrible mistake. The lights are off.
So, okay, this window here.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
So, let's assess the damage.
What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even
Seriously?
trying to do?
I had such a great check there.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Okay. Whatever, that's fine. So, now we're going to go to the mirror. And God help me if I have to go through another freaking heart attack because of the mirror. I'm going to be mad. Here comes nothing. There's some more voice acting here, so I'll let it play.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really? All recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
We're gonna wipe the
As you
mirror.
slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
See, now, my first instinct when I first played was to say, I don't care. But I did actually pick the second option here.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm sorry. Touch
Bet
your
you
nose.
are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
At least my tongue's
It's
okay.
not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
I'm scared. I want to stop doing this. I clicked
Don't be
this.
scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's going to see it.
When I heard him say that, I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to wipe the mirror now then.
Behold.
See, now when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's not too bad. But then listen to what he
You
says.
have no idea who this thing is, do you?
See, now I clicked this. Of course I do. Is it some kind of superstar? I think I'm a superstar.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it might be because I'm a superstar.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, I actually hit okay. Trying
Oh
to stop.
my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
So now I did this. It's insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to
There
it.
might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
See now, let's see if we can get these, because my other checks apparently fail. These probably will both fail.
Like the rest of you, it
Yep.
comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Let's try to stop the expression from happening with 3%.
It's too late. Like
Nope.
an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
So now I have a permanent smile, essentially. Which is oddly terrifying if you actually saw this guy in real life. So now we are at where I have not gone. So we're going to save because I don't want you to have to watch all of that again in case opening a door causes a heart attack. So here we go.
Hello, officer.
The young woman
Oh, she
raises
actually
a
knows I'm an
cigarette
officer.
to her lips.
Officer? Am I military personnel?
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief executive officer.
The
right?
young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement. You're already prone to those.
I doubt it's an artistic statement. That's too wild. Chief technical officer is what I...
No. You're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
All this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is
Couldn't
that?
say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Oh my god. Okay, the fact that this is a thing. Try the expression on her to let her know you want her physically. Okay, we're gonna try it, guys.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
Okay, the fact that it worked. I'm at the store, bloated, a goner, and still, does the longing ever stop?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
And no, it never stops. Goodbye.
I do like the language of the game so far. Oh, I found 40 cents. There's something on the table. Oh, what's on the table? Oh, apparently nothing. Okay. Oh, I didn't necessarily want to go outside yet. I have a feeling I just walked out and now I can't stop whatever big thing's happening next. Oh, nope, it just brought me to... The smell of the sea makes me dizzy. Oh, it's... Oh, I have shoes now.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet,
So this is actually good to come
like
out
two
here.
baby crocodiles.
Boy, these do not look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
How do
Good,
they fit?
they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Good. That was just a random happenstance to go out the door. I was just curious. Also, hello, Farah.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
This is interesting. I like the inner monologue that he has. What do I say here? Or do I just swallow it? I'm so
The
alone.
door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does not care. Still no answer.
I could be a dick. She's in the shower.
Still nothing. Still nothing. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
That's all the creeper things I can do. So we're moving on. That's an interesting paper name. Well, it looks like all I can do now is go down the stairs. Alright, let's see. Where am I? So I'm at some kind of bar?
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is
Utterly.
immense.
And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
This goes well with the theory I'm developing that I'm down on my luck super
Who is
person.
mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when
You
it
have
comes
not
to
yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. I'll really get a gauge on my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Oh my god, it actually gave me this. We'll finish the thought.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways
Interesting,
glance,
I know his name
then
already.
looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Okay, that's interesting.
Something about it makes you feel bitter.
That's the Great Skua,
Look,
right?
your buddy is over there.
Huh. Made
Why
my
don't you go
knowledge.
and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my
He
blood?
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you the
No,
bartender?
I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Understood. What's wrong? Don't you like the officer?
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
So not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero?
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero.
What did I
What
do?
did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those
You're
things.
right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
What have I been doing all that time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
I'm trying to piece together what the hell I did and why. Okay. That's interesting. So a woman wrote and then him, so he's not the only one here for sure. Nova shed? What is that? Huh. This is interesting. My only task is to do this. Yeah, no shit, someone's working. Hello, miss.
Hello, sweetie.
Oh, that was actually responding to me.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Oh, she doesn't want to talk to me. Okay, bomber jacket guy, you're gonna wait a second. Okay, bolted. See, now I could go over here, but this seems like it would open the door. Let's see. Oh, there's random guys sleeping. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, circled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Probably.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Thanks, game. I'm not going to wake him up. That, does not look like it'll do anything. I mean, I could try.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Sometimes it's funny just to see the challenging, like, failure stuff, too. Okay. Be right back. Okay, just feeding my boy here. So it might be a minute. I'm curious if at some point I'll regain enough of the memory and like get a flashback, or maybe some sense of why I am the way I am. Hopefully this bomber jacket guy I'm about to speak to will help me figure out who I am, at least in some regard or another. We are coming towards the end of the bottle here. Won't be much longer. I'm gonna see if there's a way for me to edit some of this time for YouTube when I get there. But for Twitch, sorry, you guys gotta wait for the baby. He comes first before streaming. It's interesting that the one red skill check that I ran into was that try the expression with the girl upstairs. So if I had failed that, there would have been no coming back from it. But I didn't, so I'm curious how that'll have repercussions in the future. Man, being a streamer and a dad is a healthy balance. You guys get to be here when I'm doing all the fun stuff. I'm sure you're just enthralled by this pause screen that I'm actually moving up and down with my elbow. I'm curious if books will actually help increase my skills too. Like if it'll help me do better skill checks and stuff. I already noticed that my issue with the necktie, the pants that I put on it actually decreased the savoir faire or whatever the skill was. So that was why it went down. So it was actually better that I didn't have them on when I attempted it the next time. But I also wasn't going out naked, so you need all those clothes on. I do like that I found the second shoe. That's kind of cool. So now there's some composure to my character. Because he actually has both shoes on. Interesting how one moment can stay on by the problem now. That I'm still perplexed. We are almost to the point where baby can be burped and we can resume this wonderful journey. It has been pretty interesting so far. I know there's a lot of good reviews for this game, and I can see why. And I haven't even gotten to any substantial plot devices yet. Okay. Nope, no baby's mad. That's interesting, that hint at the bottom right. I can collect bottles and sell them. That's funny. Yeah, I did notice the hidden modifiers. Like when I turned the light on, or I stopped the fan, it made them easier. Alright, so now that we are here, baby is done here. Wipe that mouth of yours, mister. You wanna sit with Daddy, or you gonna fuss after a bit and make me stand? It's okay, I could use the steps if you get mad. But for now, it looks like he's content to sit. So now, let's resume this. Is this the bomber jacket guy?
A bespectacled man in an orange
It
bomber
is.
jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Why indeed?
He
Hold on,
is
who
your
is he?
half-brother.
To me. Oh, okay. Alright,
Hello.
shake his hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Yeah, okay. 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get
Okay.
creative. Conceptualize.
Okay. Let's conceptualize.
Concentration makes you
Yeah.
squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Just call me Officer.
Very well, officer.
Yeah, you can be confused, but that doesn't reveal that I don't know my
It
name.
looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet
Okay.
up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise
Yeah.
occupied.
Yeah, You mean him? Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
Apparently,
It
Yeah.
also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police
Yep.
are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out
That's
the
right.
initial interviews?
what interviews?
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay, good. Because, yeah, I'm not gonna lie about not doing interviews. Because I haven't.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No, I'm gonna say.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in
Well,
the tree.
I honestly don't know if it's in the tree or not.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
Oh,
We should
shit.
go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Okay, maybe I should tell him that I don't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
Nice understanding.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
What were we supposed to do
Talk to
again?
the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens' militia on your sleeve and on your back.
Okay.
I suppose you could be
says it to
impersonating
me.
him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
You mean internal affairs?
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
You said insignia, these white rectangles you mean?
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
Okay.
I would ask you to step into
That's
the headrest
interesting.
of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or
You
something?
mean you don't have a badge?
It was not on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Let's roll.
After you, officer.
Okay, now he's added to the party, I see.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him
yeah,
whenever
thanks for
by
that.
interacting with him.
Alright. Summer door closed for the winter. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see what we do here. I don't know if this is the way to the back or not. Fuck the police. Okay. Pigs go home. Who are you then?
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound
We don't
surprised.
see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go see the body first. Later. I'm guessing that it's probably... Oh, what is this? Is this a newspaper?
An old call box with a matrix
Oh,
of
call
push
box.
buttons lists all the
Okay.
companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Main hall building.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Who's Kuno? This is the police. Please open the door.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Okay. I hope
A
that would
single
work, but it
beep
didn't.
indicates that the line has gone dead.
Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
East Delta Pinball. Let's go see the body first. Then I can play ring all the doors. Rue de Saint-Glycine 8B. Okay, so it's locked. Oh, am I rifling through trash now? Okay. That's interesting. Well, let's see if we can't find the body back here. It smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. Human being decomposes. What are you doing, boy?
Got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno!
Hey kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick.
Oh my god.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes.
I'm
and his
willing to
jaw
bet
is
that
twitching
was
as if
streamer
trying to
mode
break
kicking in
free
a little
from
bit.
the empire of his body.
Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouthhole!
They pay you no heed or pretend not to notice you.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What
You will
forces?
see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Are you kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Not really. No.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you
Oh
got?
my god, really?
Irregular speech patterns, overconfidence.
Oh, that's
Could
possible.
this kid be on drugs? This warrants further investigation into this Kuno.
I gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Okay, so he's Kuno.
Always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
The boy knows he has an addictive personality. Admirable insight for his age.
It's interesting.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
No, not fiddling anybody.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Oh my god.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Everybody!
Escalate, Kuno!
Oh my
His
God.
dick is...
Pigs in in, Kuno! Somebody,
Jesus
please!
Christ.
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
What is this sick charade?
No!
The nearly psychopathic way they
Oh
can
my
slip
God.
in and out of the act implies you're not the first victim.
Who put you up to this?
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you. Change your plan. You
Is that
can't let
really
that
what he
happen.
thinks?
It will make things harder down the line. You may end up missing crucial information.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
Are you high right now?
Help! Misters, help!
He's having the time of his life.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Someone put you up to this.
You put him up to this yourself.
Yeah,
when you
probably.
decided to talk to him in the first place.
Listen to your friend.
Okay, no one put you up to this.
Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno in the ass.
Don't punch him, it's a bad idea. Back off.
Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic ghost with an ace up his sleeve.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that.
How do you know that? You can't see inside my head. Can you read my mind, Kuno?
I can. Kuno can smell that violence.
That's
shit.
hilarious.
I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit. You're nothing. You're a joke to
Oh my
Kuno.
god.
Backing up was a bad idea. Now,
Kuno turned you into his prison bit.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever.
a peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper. You don't know where I come from. You just Kuno's bottom bitch.
Whatever. I had some questions about the crime scene.
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
Click, 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 click.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know if I should do this. Figure out what's going on with this kid. Let's try.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Kuno, listen, I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows you should give up, Popo.
You okay, Kuno?
Yeah, that's weird too.
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
Kim, help me out here. What do we want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Looks like you're a faggoty now, whatever that means. The
Oh, I know
suspicious
exactly what that
question
means.
doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
So you don't know anything.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make
Do you know
Kuno
how he
think
got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the
So
road
you
when
didn't
that
see
shit
it
went down.
happening.
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
That's a fictional city. Night City doesn't exist.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head. You wanna know where Kuno was? You want to know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
About the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with
I
it?
might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
God, I did want to punch him. I'm not gonna lie. The ladder for kids, it wouldn't hold the weight of the ground man. Oh, did the kid put him up there? Oh, shit.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Let's try and get a count.
Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced
Lot of work
toes,
boots.
number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
Count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others.
Interesting.
The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
A heavy one. 200 kilogram imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
That makes sense.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
You're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe there was a physically impressive strongman in their midst. Someone who wanted to impress their peers.
Maybe the carrier wanted to impress their peers with a display of physical might.
You mean a display of athletic ability meant to belittle the victim? A local champion carrying the intruder alone?
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Anyway, the others?
Light step, number 41 shoe.
A woman or a kid?
I don't think there's any way to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
Actually, let's say a kid.
Or a kid?
Could it be a kid?
Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I don't.
Understood. Anything else?
Maybe there is a way.
A woman or a kid?
Could be a kid.
Okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Now,
Understood.
no, we're
Anything
not
else?
an aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor? Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
Yeah, I was thinking that shit. This idea, though.
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to clear up the drummer issue himself.
Perhaps it
Yep,
could be a
that's why I
driver.
did it.
A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The
That's
accelerator
a
is on
good
the right.
idea. I was actually thinking the same thing. Interesting. If only I had come up with that idea. That's what I'm going to say, because that was actually a good
He
idea.
doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south,
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent.
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
it is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
So the freezing stopped the boots from disappearing.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
The problem is the ladder.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
Oh no, he just lifted him up.
Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. Isn't it strange to have your assumptions confirmed like this? This is what someone whispering suggestions in your ear would like you to feel.
We should withhold being content.
The lieutenant is saying something, but you can't hear it. Suddenly, it seems like
Oh
your
my
tongue
God.
is alive again.
What?
Whispering. No, screaming into your ear.
What? Withhold being content? What are you? Mild to
What the
moderately
fuck?
disabled? That doesn't feel like something you should do. Live a little. Everything on the damn crime scene fits like a glove. You should get shit-faced on this damn crime scene.
I like how vivid my interior is, but could we maybe do something that doesn't involve getting drunk?
Regardez ladrutal. He wants to have fun without alcohol. That won't be fun. That'll be boring and sad.
What is this necktie?
Detective?
I'm gonna say the second here. I'm experiencing mild malfunction, Lieutenant. Something to do with my tie. It'll pass. Can you hold on for a moment?
The lieutenant looks at you curiously. A beat passes in silence. The wind blowing. The cargo belt squeaking. The lieutenant doesn't understand what's happening right now. You're twisting at your tie, looking sweaty even by your standards. He needs to say something.
I agree. Our assumptions could be wrong. Better not to have them confirmed just yet. Do you see anything else?
We've been through all of it. Well, all of it with that at least. Okay, what's this? Magnesium, okay, that's what the other thing was. Okay. What about... Can I look at that? No, I have to go around probably. Let's go back to the body here. Get our detecting on again.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad? I already know that I'm gonna puke.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Yeah, we're gonna turn away. Oh. It's gonna make me do the check. Oh, shit.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Let's puke.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
I want to walk away. Nope. Okay. Ew. Blue chunks.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Okay, where do we get ammonium from?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
Yeah, that's true.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Well, I can talk to her.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
So I have to come back. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else of note here.
This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think will be in there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Yes, I feel like there's something in there.
What do you mean, feel?
It's just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there. How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
Or, Lieutenant?
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
That would probably make more sense.
He might also have information. This is better than
yeah,
a pry
much
bar
better.
idea.
A light above descending. That's interesting. Okay, let's go see if I can get some ammonium from the lady on the corner here.
You're back?
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Yeah, let's drop it.
She shifts
Never
in her
mind.
seat awkwardly.
My partner told me you may have ammonium. Can I have some?
Sure. I'm done with it.
Yeah. Probably better that I didn't do that.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you. Let's go and talk to the owner here, or the cafe manager. We want to kind of get a little bit of a key there. Search the thing. I'm always willing to go on a detective hunch. That could lead to some really good evidence. Because it is possible that they left evidence in there. We could get real lucky. I'm willing to give it a shot, that's for sure. Let's go see him. Alright, Mr. Cafe Manager, help me out.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
I'm currently in between things.
Fantastic.
Kim's about to say something, yeah.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Okay, so not only do we have the number of the lady who called...
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right, then. Questions. I got this.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Am I not a cop? Everything is my business.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
Didn't go well.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
I guess I like to be thorough.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your
Did
job.
you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
That's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Okay. I'm betting that there's a playthrough where I could just listen to the necktie, but this is hilarious.
no, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk.
What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Oh, I understand. You mean I owe you money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
What do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him. It would be wiser. He wants to take your money.
No way. I have duties. I'm a cop. I'm not talking to a tie. That's probably wise.
Somehow, the knot is stuck, so you can't get it off. The lieutenant watches you struggle with it, the sweat dripping from your brow. He puts his hand on your shoulder.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
But what exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
No, I'm just getting my bearings.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Is this money?
Yes, it is.
That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm now down at 90, right?
No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
Okay.
The cafeteria manager stands silently, looking at the coppers on the counter before him. For a moment, his antipathy is overcome by compassion for the sheer smallness of the money. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Darkness rides.
It does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I don't remember where my home is.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it?
I really don't remember.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South, maybe?
You don't really know, do you?
I have only a vague blackened image.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on the building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Yes?
I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
So what should I concentrate on?
Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles.
But I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organization we're in. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Fine.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Okay, forget it.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
White male in his 40s. What more do you need?
I'm relieved that you agree.
He is glad and surprised to see an officer who can appreciate the less than spectacular.
Is there anything else? You look like you were about to say something.
Do you know the feeling when you've begun filling in a crossword, but some of your answers don't quite seem to fit? That's the feeling I have right now, for some reason.
I know exactly what you mean, because this is too easy.
It will turn into quite the puzzle yet, I'm afraid.
Actually, I have all I need for now.
Good.
I want to talk about you.
Me? I don't
Yes,
see how
you.
my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work together, better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, For the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola.
You're
Actually,
only making it
it's quite
sound
interesting.
interesting.
Some would even say
I still want to learn
mysterious.
more about Seoul.
You're barking at the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revachelier.
Oh, okay.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Just observing.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Escape.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
Psionic control.
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts.
Nice.
With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Silently scream for help.
If the lieutenant were an evil man, fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM.
That's good, I guess.
He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic.
So I'm learning things about it. That's interesting.
But this isn't an old school case.
So how do you know?
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation.
That's interesting.
In the 57th,
How's that?
we could... They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You're kidding me. Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
I would kind of want to know about the
What do
case
you want
again.
to know?
Literally anything about it. I still can't remember a single thing.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
I know literally nothing about it. Only what you told me before.
Do you want me to brief you?
Brief. Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez.
Okay, I'm glad I
An
went
anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Well, you make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Oh, that was a secret task. Can we go over the preliminary info again?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
Nah, wing it.
There's no reason to wing anything. 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify
I've heard
him.
enough.
Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
Actually, I have all I need for now.
Good.
Nothing. Let's see if there's anything upstairs still.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives you. He doesn't like where this is going.
Yeah, I was just seeing if she would be out. And she's not. Let's go over here again.
The fan stands still. A terrible mistake. The lights are off. The bed is cold and not particularly.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after.
Not resting though.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
No problem, officer.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
Alright, I'll be right back. My baby's wet. Okay, let's see if I can get the key from him.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
I need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
I've seen something here, but where will we get? Thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the union.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
It's a shame you gotta suck up to the union to stay afloat.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Guard, I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But there may be something pertinent to the investigation in the kitchen.
He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
There's something else I wanted to ask about.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Noted. So about
Yes,
that money.
have you got it?
Actually, let's talk about something else.
I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Goodbye. I wonder if there's anything else. Can I talk to her now?
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up with your colleague.
The lieutenant nods politely. Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I don't know, Wink. Maybe I have.
You rascal. I'm too old for you, and too married besides.
Your advances haven't thrown her off one bit. In another place and time, she would
I
have
wasn't
probably
trying that.
welcomed
I
your
was trying to
attention.
get on her good side.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Okay.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
That's hilarious. How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, ruining backyard corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
You're probably right, Kim.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade
I'm
explosion.
sorry. It was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing, or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad.
You know where we are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Revachol?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is.
It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Meaning, buying is voting.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
Oh my god. Tug at her heartstrings, 92% check.
Your deportment remains dignified
Oh boy.
as you shed a single manly tear.
This isn't easy for me to ask this of anyone, but I'm at the end of my rope. Any money you have could help me.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, Summer 31, Dinghy Races.
Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's goes there often. He says the owner is quite helpful.
So there is a pawn shop.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
You're quite welcome, dear.
I've got to get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
So now I could give it back, but I'm gonna see what happens when I actually pawn the thing. Oh, also leveling up. I wasn't even going to check for that. Yeah, we're gonna put these on. Yeah, but weird and dumb are different. Should I go try and pawn first? Nah, we should do the body first. Oh, this kid. He's still there.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid.
Hold on, I want to check this first. Oh, okay.
This trash container, with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid.
Let's not puke twice.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. There is, but you won't like it.
Yeah.
Sweat forms
I may
on
not
your
like
brow.
it, but it's important.
Your hand is still on the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Let's see the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Yep, let's back him.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Let's throw down a towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
That mug. I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Okay.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away.
Well...
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then he picks it up.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
I think we can close the lid now.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
I love the sound in this game.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Yep. I think so too. But let's check our inventory.
It's just
Okay,
a
we're gonna
racist mug.
interact
What's
with
there
it.
to read here? Not much.
Look at all the text.
Oh boy, here we
Oh,
go.
just a second.
What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't nobody appreciate that?
Understood. You're that kind of detective. Why don't you get back to your case? It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue? They look exactly the same.
If you want it to be kitchen tissue,
If you want
it can be kitchen tissue. It's not, though. It's toilet paper. Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Before you mentioned the headlights of your vehicle.
Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. Not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I burned out.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was a mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one. Titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper using the pen leaning at me.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones I've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
It's gotta be the Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done inspecting these.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can I read the case files now?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural.
Huh. Officer Precinct.
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
NHDB.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Horace Deputy Behringer.
That is improbable.
How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
I can revisit this.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
What about the yellow papers?
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
I think we'll come back.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Smell it.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself.
Oh, I think
And
this is
then
the end of the
sprinkled
stream,
liberally
guys.
with
We
the
will come
secret
back
taste
and
of
inspect the
toilet
bodies the next time. I definitely want to come back to this then. This is a really interesting game. So I hope you enjoyed, but that's all we have for now.